Hello guys, I've gotten a few requests for a tutorial of my arrangement of ZenZenZenSe by Radwimps. So I broke it up into a few parts. Here's the first installment. Today we'll cover the intro riff, which goes like this. Before I start, a handy feature of a YouTube tutorial is that you can pause if you get a little behind or if you get stuck or something. And there's a few pretty tricky spots, so you might want to use this to your advantage. Right, so the first part goes something like. So right off the bat, there's two hammer-ons in a row. So you take your first finger on the first fret on the C string, and you take your second finger and hammer onto second. So, and then you take your third finger and hammer on the third fret. So you only pluck that once. And right after that is a position change where you go into something like a B major chord without the third finger on the G string. So to clarify, that'll be first fret barring on A and E on second fret, and then your second finger on third fret on the C string. So at tempo, this is a bit fast. So this would be a good time to use the handy YouTube tutorial trick. Smooth there. And after that would be second fret on the E string, and then third fret on the C string, and then second fret on the A string. So it's just what you just put down. No additional fingers needed here. But then you put on fourth fret on the A string. Then here's another pretty tricky part. You have to jump straight up to ninth fret. Down. But then that'll be the. Right, so that part actually repeats. So once you have that down, that's basically half the intro right there. So the rest of it, go. So that's a bit more simple. This is kind of like a G major shape shifted up to 6th fret, but you're taking your second finger on 7th fret on the E string, then first finger on 6th fret on the A string, and then taking your second finger on 7th fret on the A string, pluck it and then pull off to 6th fret on the A string, and then pluck back there. So let's put together all that we've done so far. It should sound something like. Yeah. Alright, so the next section goes something like. The first half of that, again, we just did, so you should already know. But after this, that's a little bit different. And fingering position is kind of the same as the last little bit, but the notes are a little bit different. So you go, again, second finger on 7th fret on the E string, and then first finger on 6th fret on the A string, and this should look familiar. Second finger on 7th fret on the A string, pulling off to 6. But this is where it changes. You put third finger on 9th fret on the E string, and you pluck down to 7th fret with the second finger on the E string. So it should sound like. So, alright, now that's half the intro. Let's play it through. Alright, so the next part of the intro is just exactly the same as the first part. So I don't need to teach you guys this, you already have this down. Alright, and this last section of the intro is a little bit different from the rest of it. It goes something like this. Alright, so to start off, put your first finger on 6th fret on the A string, and then you hammer on with your 3rd finger up to 9th, and then you immediately pull off. So it should be. And then the next note is your 2nd finger on 7th fret on the E string, done this a couple of times. And you pluck that twice. The next thing is put your 1st finger on 6th fret on the C string, but instead of just fretting it, bar across the C, E, and A strings, because this is setting you up for this chord, which is coming pretty soon actually. So, and then pluck that note once, and then go back up to E string, and then put your pinky down 9th fret on the A string. So. The next part, you need to sneak this finger up to a full bar across the 6th fret. Then you take your thumb and do 5 upstrokes like this. And if you get that part down, you have the whole intro down. So let's play it one more time, slowly, and now you're rocking ZenZenZenSe. Alright, that's it for the intro. Hope this tutorial helped you. The next part's coming soon. Stay tuned.